And yet, you have to remember, all the people you've seen were elected to bodies where legislation actually gets passed. A lot. And whilst most people may ignore these bodies, corporations certainly don't. In fact, they've taken advantage through a group called ALEC. And yes, ALEC sounds like the name of a high school lacrosse player who just got baked and wrecked his dad's Saab. But incredibly, it's actually even worse.
For more than 30 years, a private tax-exempt organization called the American Legislative Exchange Council, ALEC, has brought state lawmakers, conservative think tanks, and corporate interests together to write model legislation to be introduced and passed in state houses across the country.
It's basically a conservative bill mill, which has helped develop model legislation from Arizona's notorious SB 1070 immigration bill to bills expanding private prisons, payday loan companies and for-profit colleges, all of which we've talked about on this very show. In fact, I'm going to list ALEC in the credits for our show as associate producer of creating horrifying things for us to talk about. Great work, ALEC. See you at the end of season wrap party, you pieces of shit. The thing is, ALEC is everywhere. Roughly 1 in 4 state legislators are members, and it's not hard to see why. ALEC makes their jobs troublingly easy. Here's their model electricity freedom bill, which at one point says, "Be it therefore enacted that the state of insert state repeals the renewable energy mandate." So as long as you can remember and spell the name of your state, you can introduce legislation. And I think it's fair to say that most of the people we've seen so far tonight could probably do that. And some legislators don't even bother hiding ALEC's fingerprints. Just watch a Minnesota lawmaker get confronted by one of his colleagues.
I'm just curious, does the legislation have some connection to ALEC?
Representative Atkins, I'm not sure why we're pursuing this course of questioning. This bill is my bill. It's not ALEC's bill.
Well, the reason I ask is because earlier you passed out a handout that says Gottwalt at the top, and it says Healthcare Compact, and there's a logo right in the middle of that page. And I went to the ALEC website, and there's exactly the same font, the same size, and the same logo. I mean, literally, it's verbatim.
Look, I hate to sound like Billy Baldwin's agent, but you can't just copy everything that ALEC does. It's pathetic. At this point, it's clear. Between the bad behaviour and the lack of accountability, states are not so much the laboratories of democracy as the frat houses of democracy. And yet they get no attention. And perhaps that's because it's very hard for us to be angry with people whose names we don't know. And if you're thinking, well, OK, now I'll pay more attention before going to vote on Tuesday, that's great. Unfortunately, for many of you, it's too late. Because an estimated 25% of the candidates on Tuesday are running unopposed. Their sole political asset is that they exist, and they're going to win.